Economic exchange, use of iron bars, and trade. Now, there was a lot of economic activity in ancient Sparta. There was the bronze making, pottery making, making of weapons and agriculture and mining and so on. But what did they use for money? What did they use to buy and sell? They used things like iron bars, and that's what we'll be looking at today. We'll be looking at the iron bars and the trade in ancient Sparta. Iron bars as coinage. Lycurgus, you remember him, the great lawgiver of ancient Sparta. He introduced iron bars as coinage. Who would set out to steal or accept as a bribe or rob or plunder something which could not be hidden, and excited no envy when possessed, and could not even be profitably chopped up. This was the logic apparently from Lycurgus, that you should have an iron bar because no one would steal it or try to bribe you with it. It's too heavy to carry around. So that was the logic used by Lycurgus. And you can see an example here of one of the iron bars. It's a bit damaged and rotted away a bit, but you can see this is one of the types of bars they might have used. Examples of these iron bars or spits have been found at Laconian sanctuaries. Scholars generally agree that the idea that Sparta banned gold and silver coinage is a myth. So scholars generally think that they might have still had some type of coinage. It's been suggested that Spartans must always have used some Hellenic currency, that means, some sort of Greek currency, rather than the iron spits. I mean, if this was their only coinage, it would have caused some problems. So there must have been some sort of other coinage, is what the scholars are thinking. It's believed they used some Hellenic currency rather than the iron bars. So they might have had a coin like this one, because they needed to pay for mercenaries. A mercenary is a foreign soldier. So if you've got a foreign person coming to work for you, you need to pay them something that they can carry away with. They also needed to send embassies abroad. We do know that the Spartans did not mint coins until the 3rd century BC. So later on they were minting coins, but it wasn't until the 3rd century BC as far as we know. The port at Gytheum. This is a close-up picture of Greece. It doesn't show the whole of Greece. It shows the Laconian region. So you can see the port at Gytheum is there in the region of Laconia, and that's only 46 kilometres away from Sparta. Spartan trade was carried out by the periokoi. It was conducted through its port at Gytheum. The waters here produced the shellfish and murex used in the making of purple dye. Phoenician and Syrian traders had first visited the area, and the Phoenicians come from what we now call Lebanon. It later became a central trading point from which the Spartans traded their main exports: wool, wine, oil, pottery, and bronzes. So these were the main export items that were traded out of Gytheum and exported by Sparta. So they had some quite wonderful things that they were exporting to other parts of the world.